Welcome to Agenda Edina, a news program summarizing the actions taken at City Hall that affect you most. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty. Two iconic bridges in Centennial Lakes Park may be replaced next fall. The bridges are in disrepair, steep with narrow treads, and are not accessible to some people with disabilities.
Unfortunately, these bridges are deteriorating rapidly, kind of rotting from the inside out due to all the moist conditions we have here. And we could fix them, but it would be very costly in the long run. And this way we can get accessible bridges and fix these things.
Staff hopes to initiate the project design and bidding processes in early 2017. Ideally, construction would begin after the Fall into the Arts Festival at the park in September. The City Council voted last month to allocate $740,000 in park dedication fees for the project. The fees were recently received by the city from Opus Development for its residential redevelopment on Lincoln Drive. One project the city needs to find funding for involves identifying a consultant to lead a study on possibly adding rail transit on the Dan Patch CP line through Edina. The Transportation Commission was asked by the City Council earlier this year to determine if the city should support further study of the possibility of passenger rail service through Edina. The Commission discussed pros and cons of potential answers and identified many issues that require further investigation.
The city, if you're interested in this, you ought to study it. There ought to be a robust community engagement process. We thought there were probably plenty of experts out there that we want to ask questions, or the city would want to ask questions of. Everything from, what's the need, what's the potential ridership, what are the impacts.
If staff is able to identify a funding source for the project in the first quarter of the new year, commissioners believe the study could be complete before the end of 2017. The city is offering free compost buckets for your organic waste. Don Wills has more on this city program and how it can make a difference for the environment.
Composting is what the City of Edina hopes you'll make as a part of your daily routine. The city is encouraging residents to start collecting their food scraps and other organic materials.
Organic waste is composed of household food materials. So it's things from leftover foods off your plate, spaghetti, orange peels, apple cores, grapes, any kind of food product that would readily decompose. You can even include bones in it.
And composting is something that can be done year-round.
You can get the collection bin for your countertop, or if you have one of your own making, like a ice cream bucket or a container for underneath your counter, you can use that. Just be sure you use a compostable bag in that process so that you can take it out, and then you can either include it with your backyard compost container or with a curbside program if your hauler provides it.
Composting your organics is very easy. You just basically, instead of putting all your food scraps into the trash, you just put them into your bin, and then your bin goes into the curbside recycling bin or outside in your backyard compost. 31% of our trash is made up of organics. So if we can take some of our organics, compost it, then that's just that much less that will go to the landfill and just be more beneficial for our environment.
The Max Air bucket is available at the City Hall and the Police Department, free from us. So if you don't have a countertop bucket, we have this to encourage you to start the program in your home.
And the results of composting will have a big impact on your summer garden.
Compost is great for our soils. When it's reused, it adds loftiness to the soil, so it gets more air into it. It holds water better when it gets some compost in it. The natural fertilizer that results out of composting is beneficial to the plants. So there's many positive uses for the organic material after it's taken from your household and made into compost.
From Edina, Dawn Wills, Edina TV.
You can pick up your free compost bucket and 25 biodegradable refill bags at the Edina Health Division while supplies last. Thanks for watching this episode of Agenda Edina. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty.